Ladies and gentlemen, this is Addicted to Arsenal. Welcome back. Hi guys, back again. How we doing? A fine week. Right, we got a little bit of a nice little run in, but let's go back. Let's talk about what's happened. When I left you, we were just about to play the FA Cup against Leicester City, and what a cracking game that was. That was a 4-0 victory there. So, done really well against Leicester. It was a tough team. Goals from Holding, of all people, Pepe, Danny Ceballos, and Guendouzi was really good. Then an away trip down to Southampton, where Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang got us the only goal. We're still looking good with team. Leno's obviously still there. Holding, we're getting a nice little partnership with Dadiot and Holding. Sabasa is in there at the minute. Xhaka and Aubameyang. Lacazette still not hitting the ground running. Then a home trip, home tie, young boys in UEFA Cup or Europa League, depending on what you want to call it. Goals from Nicholas Pepe, Kieran Tierney, and two by Mesut Ozil after going 1-0 down to young boys. Then a little bit of a barren spell. 0-0 draw with Chelsea. Thought that was a really good result. It was tough. Chelsea was second in the league at the time, so done well there. But then we went away. Karen Chambers was sending off, but we lost 2-0 to Young Boys, which was not good at all. It was quite bad. Man United in the FA Cup, and oh my God, I lost faith with Leno. Two mistakes in it, even gifted Greenwood a goal in the way of that he decided to just kick it up, landed on his head, and he just had an empty net just to put it in. All right, Aubameyang got one back, but it was never enough. Then a trip to Leicester. All right, in the FA Cup, exactly a month beforehand, we beat them 4-0. But James Maddison put them 1-0 up. Lacazette equalised. Vardy then went 2-1 up. And Aubameyang last minute to seal a draw. Then Atalanta, after 2 minutes, they went ahead. We pulled it back. Lacazette getting 2-2 for him. But then Illich scored at the 60th minute. We couldn't do it. Bit of a strange one. They're playing at the San Siro. Couldn't, didn't quite understand that. Then some good form. Bellerin, Lacazette, 2-0 win against Wolves. Cracking game. But we lost Kolasinac for the suspension. Then Atalanta at home. And we had to turn it around. Bellerin and OG, Pepe, and Eddie Nketiah sealed it for us. Cracking victory there. And then a home tie, Crystal Palace. Lacazette, a hat trick for him. Pepe and Aubameyang all scoring after going 1-0 down. Now, the running. Burnley, Tottenham, both at home before a Europa League semi-final first leg against Man United. We have Bournemouth then away, Man United away, Man City, Liverpool, and then West Ham at home. Let's have a look at the league. Now, we're sitting in fifth. We've got a bit of a tussle going on between Wolves and Everton. Man United, a bit too far ahead, but Liverpool look like they're going to do it, aren't they? So we're, we're on par of where we want to be performance for the board expectations. Europa League, right. It's Arsenal Man U in one semi final. Let's have a look at the other semi final. Torino Benfica. That can be done. I will say that can be done. We're out of the FA Cup. We're out of the Carabao Cup. Um, so we didn't. We only reached the quarterfinals there. So hopefully a good strong end of the season and a minimum finish there. That's all we need. That is all we need. Um, squad wise, well, squad morale has picked up excellent, exceptional form after a big turnaround. Um, I have signed Mari on permanent. He's only all right, made turn two, but he's been consistent. He's looking good. I've got keeper issues at the minute, but Leno has come back with some great form. Um, Aubameyang, I need to rest. Lacazette's finally finding his feet. 14 goals there, all competitions. Same with Aubameyang. Where's Pepe? That means he got 17. So he has become our star player of the season. If you haven't seen it on Twitter already, um, injury wise, Sabitzer, he's injured at the moment. We would like to get him back soon. He's got a specialist on his knee, but we'll get him there. So let's get on to another game. Be right back. Right, guys, Burnley. Let's have a look at the team. Obviously, I can't really show you that. I shouldn't have done that. My fault. I do apologise. It's going to look crap on the video. But I can tell you now, we've got Leno and goal, Maitland Niles, Palacios, Dalota. We've got Tierney, we've got Guendouzi, Ceballos, Saka, Nelson, Ozil, Lacazette up front. We're going with that suggested idea. I reckon easy win. Henri's excited by our form. Deutsch, please, to see an overside influence at Arsenal. Don't get that, so, but we're naming the team of the week. Lacazette, Tierney, Ozil, and Pepe, and Damanko. I am going to get his name right one of these days. I'm really unsure about how to pronounce it. Let's get these duties going. Up and coming Burnley, excuse me. So let's see. Predictions. What do you reckon? After a 5-1 drumming Crystal Palace, we've now got 13th place Burnley. Ahead, only 2 days though, of the North London Derby. That is going to be a big one. Um, who knows how that's going to go? I hope everyone's liking the new graphics, liking the new logo for myself. I know it's covering up a little bit of the corner, but please give me some pointers on it. Tell me what you think. Hit me up on my Twitter at CJ Root. Um, I'm always there to talk to. I'm on several Discords as well. Um, I might try a bit of streaming. I don't know. Um, tell me what you think. I know a lot of people are doing it nowadays, but I don't know if I should or not. It it's down to timing for me. Obviously, working all day, coming back. I only get a few hours of it at night because I'm obviously up early. But guys, tell me what you think. Let's see. What's your score predictions as well for Burnley? They've not really been in the transfer market as some people. Let's have a look. Here we go. Chambers. Oh, that's not good. 3 to 5 days. He's been really well. Got trialist finishing at Spurs game. So we've got a nice little run in here. It's going to be some hard games, especially like with the double against Man United. So we've got a youngster here to look out. Winger, well, I reckon he'll be decent, but Forest don't want to sell. Overmars doing good. Well, we've got Sheffield United, Man City there. What's that result? We've got a result yet for it? No. Video printer still says no. Come on. There we go. Oh, that's interesting. Sheffield United beating Man City. So we're down in fifth at the minute. So just puts us in the UEFA Cup place. And that's what we want. That's a minimum requirement. Or we try and get in through Europe through winning the UEFA League, and that's going to be the hardest one. Man United next up in that, somewhere in the world. Maitland Niles getting there. We've got Ian Edwards, who was a youngster, come through like the trial day and all that. Has joined the club, which is good. Right, keeper's still not fit yet. And Matty Mackay is going to get a shout out. I know he's been at the club for a little while, but right, inconsistent form for Burnley. They're sitting 13th. It's been one draw with us before. Can I make any last minute changes? I have a Guri on the bench. He could make a start. I signed him in the summer. He hasn't got a shirt number yet, so he'll get that today. But 20 goals for Leon before he comes to me. I'm going to try him. People told me just. I looked at him. They said, "Yeah, he looks good. He needs to play. What shirt number should we give him?" Or anything? I'm thinking number 20. Number 20. Let's get him in. Let's cement him. Let's get him playing. He's a youngster. Could be interesting for him. So, teams are warming up. Be right back with the Burnley game. Right, Burnley. Let's get into the action. Let's get the dressing room talking. They're playing a straight 4-4-2. Woods and Barnes up front. Let's keep that on 5. I want to. Yeah, it's just a bit of motivation there. End it into the tunnel. Now, I don't know how people feel about these. Sometimes I like them. Sometimes I just like to send the assistant. It's more important to focus on the game and focus on the team. But here we go. So we've had some early goals conceded. But I say we'll survive for the first 2 minutes. That's good. Last couple of games we conceded quite early. Okay. Anything? Still no shots on goal at the minute. We need to see with quality in possession. 79 21. Right, first highlight. You've got Maitland Niles with the throw. Ozil into Saka. Oh, he's beats his defender. He's in. He's had a shot and saved. Was it or was it hit the post? Close. Pope must have had that covered. So Saka being the first one. Both young wingers, Saka and Nelson, might be able to give us something good. Might have a look at Tarkovsky in the summer. Or Loughton's injured. Who are they going to bring on at right back now? That could be quite easy. They brought Long on. He's not fully fit, but might give Saka and Nelson a bit of freedom if I can get them in there. Quarter of an hour gone. We've still got 2 shots up. To their 1. Still high in possession. Burnley are the only ones who've actually got the shot on target at the minute. It's not good. Well, how we're doing with this. So, what do people think of who I should play? Who I should bring in next to see to tweak the team? All right, I'm holding 0-0. I'm holding that 5th place, but I need to progress up further. Oh, we're not getting nowhere in a minute. Ashley Westwood, yellow card there. Is that going to lead into a chance after 25 minutes? We're struggling. It's not good. Let's shout something. Let's get the players motivated. Demand more. Demand more. Let's have a look. We've got 3 shots to their 1. Still none on target at the minute. Need to get in behind that Burnley defence. Need to make it count. Here we go. Tierney with a throw. Nelson. cuts it inside. Ceballos with a goal, and Lacazette scores. Yes, poacher on the line. That, I think it was Ceballos who got it tipped onto the post, and Lacazette finished up afterwards. That's more like it. Ceballos might be a bit pricey, obviously, being in the summer. I know I still got my loan, but I'll still look at that depending on how well I finish in the league and Europa League. I don't know whether to keep them or not. Perhaps we can have a poll on that. Do I keep Ceballos or not? Still looking around. Still 1-0 at the minute. Ain't too bad. Shot blocked by Mesut Ozil. And Ashley Barnes has got yellow card. Now, bro, Tarkowski into Barnes. Being shielded there. Ceballos, that's a great ball over the top, but Woods has taken it out wide. He's got no one to aim for in the middle. Oh, Abe. Oh, could have been a goal there. Could have been a goal. The way it's been happening over the last couple of weeks, with Holding in there as well, he's been playing really well. But obviously, I've had to rest a few with North London Derby coming up. Who knows? Hopefully, I can get some of these youngsters. And I know I've got Holding there. Xhaka, who hasn't played for a couple of games. Want to get that Guri on. I want to see what his pace can do. He can play left side or centre. So I don't know whether to swap him with Nelson at the minute, with Lacazette already on the score sheet. Half time, we're 1-0 up. I think we can deserve more. We should challenge team to go out there and do more. Don't get past, go out there. No. Play without pressure. No. We want to be strong. Why did I press that? Want to keep up the solid defence. Passionate. Let's start it. Let's go. This is the Arsenal. We've got to do it. Burnley kick off this time. Me to Tarkowski. Let's see if we can carry on. Here we go. Make the nails to Ozil. Back to Niles. Into Guendouzi, who's crossed it in. Ceballos with a shot. Oh, what a finish. His 5th goal of the season. Straight on the volley. That is memorable. That is class. 2-0 up straight after the break. That's fantastic. He's on an 8.2. Ozil looking a bit tired as well, so I might have to take him off at the minute. Could put Ceballos up there behind him. We'll give him a couple more minutes. Maybe get another goal, possibly. And we'll start ringing in the changes around about the 70 mark, I reckon. Look at what Burnley doing. Socrates getting a yellow card. Not my first choice, but Holding's getting up there at the minute, so still no changes yet. We'll come to the 60-minute mark. I know Long's on for Burnley, but Chris Wood on a yellow card. Leno, Dianco, Diapo, Saka. Oh, Maitland-Niles making the strides down the right into Saka. Back to Guendouzi, back to Saka on the left foot. On the left foot, go on, go on. Oh, Saka nearly walked through the defence to score. Right, Saka's corner. Floated it in. Guendouzi picks it up. And a bit there with Tarkowski. Ceballos. Ceballos had another shot again. I think let's make these subs now. Let's look at it. We're going to put Ceballos in for Ozil. So move him up. Bring Xhaka on for Ozil. Nelson, I'm going to put Amari on. And I think we'll leave it as that in a minute. I know we've got Nketiah who can come on as well. But let's see how we do from there. Man United move 3-0 up against Wolves. So that's quite a hefty gap. So we've just got to be fighting for 5th place. But they're doing us a favour by beating Wolves. So 67 minutes gone. We've made our couple of changes. Let's see what else. We're 11 shots to their 4, so we're dominating 62% possession. who knows where it's coming. Right, Peter's gone for Rodriguez, so they've gone very much defensive time. Now let's demand, because goals wins games. The more we can get, the better it'll be for goal difference. Doing well. 76 minutes, we're still 2-0 up. We've got a 4-point lead over Wolves. We've got Everton, 5-point lead, so it's not too bad. Not too bad at all. It's 33 games played. Tony's having a really good season. I think it's his first managerial start for Arsenal. So are we going to have another highlight? We're going to have another late goal? Don't think we are. Maitland-Niles picks up his 5th yellow card this season. So he has been playing more midfield actually recently. So swapping it up. I think that's going to be Guendouzi with his 11th, or Westwood with a free kick. Pass it in the wood. Back to Westwood. Guendouzi wins it back to Leno. Upfield it goes. There's Guri. Guri's back to Xhaka, but we're wasting one. Out to Maitland-Niles. Maitland-Niles in. Saka. He's tormenting the defence. Saka scores. What a third goal. That's his 3rd of the season. First for the young Englishman. That is cracking play. Saka's been really good. Nelson coming on as well. Nelson's got a few goals. But that's what Tony likes. He likes the young youth. You think Maitland-Niles, Saka, Nelson, Smith Rowe to come back. Kieran Tierney, who's looking very, very tired at the minute. I think Kolasinac might come back for the Spurs game, give him a bit of rest. But yeah, it's looking. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. 3-0 victory.